Hello everyone, in this video we will be discussing about the play Dream on Monkey Mountain. It's written by Derek Walcott. Let's first see the author. Sir Derek Alton Walcott. He is born in the year 1930 and he died in the year 2017. Derek is from Saint Lucia. Saint Lucia is an island country which is in the West Indies in the Eastern Caribbean Sea on the boundary with the Atlantic Ocean. Derek, he is a poet and a playwright, and he received Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1992. In addition to winning the Nobel Prize, Derek has also received many literary awards over the course of his career. Let me list his awards that he has received on screen. Now let's see the overview of the play. This play, Dream on Monkey Mountain, it's an example of post-colonial literature. As I mentioned, this play also received Nobel Prize in the year 1970. This play is an allegory. Allegory means it's a short story which has got hidden moral or political message. In allegory, the characters in the story often symbolizes the real life people. It symbolizes the events and ideas. This play is an allegory that takes place on an unnamed island in the Caribbean, where a jailed, self-hating black man has a dream in which a white goddess convinces him to become an African king. The play is set in 1960s. Let's see the characters of the play. The main character is Makak. Makak is an old Negro. He is a hermit of Monkey Mountain. Hermit is a person who prefers to live alone all his life without contact with other people. So Makak is a hermit and he is around 60 years old and he looks ugly. He was named as Makak because he resembles like Makaku monkey. In the mountain he is alone and he gathers wood and charcoal burner. But in his dream he is also the king of Africa. He follows the instruction of a beautiful white woman. He is partly mad, possessed, and he is a drunkard. In the entire play he dreams inside the Lestrade's cell. And in the play we come across that he is getting arrested for stealing coal. He is seen as a Christ figure at the beginning of his public life. He performs miracles, he collects followers. He also exaggerates a lot of wonder stories. He is believed and betrayed as the Lion of Africa by leading his black brethren back to Africa, but only after killing their whiteness. He experiences a sort of apotheosis. Apotheosis means the elevation of someone to divine status. So when he experiences a sort of apotheosis, he kills the white women who haunts him into religious and political mission. The next character is Corporal Lestrade. Lestrade is a mulatto god. Mulatto means a person of mixed ancestry, especially a person with one white and one black parent. So this Lestrade, he is a guard of the town jail. Next character is Mostic. Mostic is a friend to Makak and he is a partner in the charcoal business. Next is Tigri. Tigri is a young black thief in jail. Saurus is another black thief. Next is Basil. Basil is a young man. He is a carpenter and also sells charcoal. Basil is an alter ego of Makak. Alter ego means the secondary personality of Makak. This alter ego personality of Makak figured as a doom and enlightenment which appears mysteriously from time to time. Next is the Apparition. The Apparition is a beautiful white woman. She resembles like the moon. She persuades Makak to do his religious beliefs and she is beheaded as a sacrifice at the apotheosis of Makak. Her character in the play represents the Roman law of white Western history. Let's look into the plot summary. The play begins with a short epigraph which is said by the political philosopher Frantz Fanon. So the play opens with a chorus singing a call and response while dances across the stage. Two jail cells appear. Inside one jail cell, Tigger and Saurus they appear. These two are black men and they are thieves, and the other jail cell is kept empty. Then Corporal Lestrade appears. Lestrade is a mulatto guard. He drags Makak. Makak is an older black man whom he throws inside the empty cell. So Lestrade, he argues with the other prisoners and he treats the prisoners just like an animal. Makak, as he arrives inside the jail cell, he's pushed inside the jail cell. He's now tired and he's confused. He just wants to return to his home on Monkey Mountain because he lives in the Monkey Mountain. He also claims that he is captivated by a white woman. So before this arrest, Makak had a dream. His friend Mostik, he finds Makak on the ground outside his house. Mostik is a friend of Makak, so he encourages Makak to come to the market where they will sell the coal which Makak has produced. Then immediately Makak remembers a dream in which the apparition of a white woman, this white woman tells him to go back to Africa. On the country road, Makak and Mostik, they were heading towards the market. So on the way, Mostik, he finds a group of people who are gathered around a sick man. The people has light hot coals beneath him, hoping to sweat out the illness caused by the snake bite. Mostik, he brings his friend Makak inside the scene. In exchange of bread and money, Mostik, he offers his friend to perform a healing ceremony. When the people witnesses the recovery of this sick man, the people are so grateful and they shower Mostik their gifts. After this, Mostik, he becomes ambitious and he wishes to use Makak's healing power for his financial gain, but Makak refuses. After this, they continue to head toward the market. So at the market, these two have just arrived and rumors were spreading about this powerful healer. As Mostik, he becomes ambitious in the previous scene. He dresses like Makak in the market because he wants to get a lot of money. So he puts on a show as a healer. After this, when his disguised identity comes to light, the crowd surrounds him and beats him mercilessly. Somewhere around at the marketplace, Lestrade, along with an inspector, watches this scene. When the crowd beats Mostik mercilessly, Makak arrives and runs next to his friend. But Mostik dies with his injury. His breath stopped in Makak's arms and Makak falls to the ground and cries. After this scene, there was another short epigraph written by Frantz Fanon. In this scene, Makak wakes up in a jail cell again. Lestrade, he wakes him up from his sleep along with Tigger and Saurus. Tigger and Saurus, they notices that Makak has money and they decide to rob him. In this scene, Tigger and Saurus, they convince Makak to kill Lestrade and Makak agrees to that. Makak pretends as if he is ill and he uses a hidden dagger, stabs at Lestrade. Makak escapes from the prison and he also releases his fellow prisoners and they all escape inside the forest. Lestrade recovers because his wound is only minor and he chases Makak and the other prisoners. In the forest, Makak's behavior becomes erratic, meaning Makak's behavior has completely changed without any reason. Makak then promises to take Tigger and Saurus to Africa and promises that he will make them as an army officer. When Lestrade approaches the other prisoners, Makak leads the other prisoners inside a hiding rock. Searching the prisoners, Lestrade, he becomes upset and depressed. He repents his sins and joins Makak. Makak could only convince Saurus, he couldn't convince Tigger. Saurus expresses his wishes to accompany to Africa with Makak, but Tigger refuses when given the chance to accompany with them. So in response to this, Lestrade stabs Tigger. After this, all the others leave to Africa. In the next scene, a crowd carries Makak into an African court as a conquering king. So Lestrade leads the crowd. He calls for praise. He praises Makak, and the crowd also responds as Lestrade praises him. But Makak is not happy with this because he sees himself as a hollow ghost of his old self. Knowing this, Lestrade calls the prisoners before the king. The first group of people is a list of historical white people, many of whom are already dead. Those historical people are condemned for being white and written out of history as punishment. Next, Makak is dragged before the court and accused of betraying Makak's dream. Being a friend of Makak, he claims that Makak has grown mad, old and blind as a king. He then pleads for mercy, but Makak looks away from him. Makak is punished to be put to death. Finally, the apparition of the white women is brought forth before Makak. Lestrade then demands that she should be killed because she has created temptation to Makak. Makak then provides a sword to Makak to kill this apparition. Makak then insisted on privacy, so he asks everyone to leave the court and then he kills this apparition. In the end of the play, in the epilogue section, the dream of Makak has ended and Makak is once again inside his jail cell. And this time when Lestrade asks him his name, he answers that he is Felix Hobain. Lestrade then accepts his identity as Felix Hobain, and when Makak arrives, Makak and Makak they return happily to the Monkey Mountain. Hope this video helped you. Keep subscribed for more videos. Thank you.